before I go into the test. I want to get something to eat so I can keep up my energy and focus.
Getting really hungry. This pool right here isn't exactly the best place to find food because the water's stagnant. But I can also see a few water striders, which means potentially some fresh fish. I'm just gonna follow the stream down a little. And here's just perfect because the rocks have made a kind of dam and there might be small fish trapped inside here. So I'm gonna just get down in here and try to catch some. You also want to be very careful because these rocks are covered with moss. That makes them extremely slippery. Whoa! You don't want to do something like that. They're actually a lot quicker than I thought. I got him. I got one. There it is, right there. And what you gotta do first is you gotta bite off the head. And you can see the insides a little. You see that? That's the spine right there. And I'm just gonna eat this. That's good protein. Good meal. I've just finished my fish. I'm gonna rinse off my hands real quick. And as you can see, all around here are blackberry bushes. And I'm gonna get a few berries for later. Some of these berries may not be quite ripe yet, but for me, that doesn't really matter because they're filled with vitamins and they also are filled with sugar, and that'll give me energy for the test later. And you can see I've got quite a few now, and I'm gonna find a place to wash them off, and that looks like a good place to do it. And now they're ready to eat. And this is my first big break for the day. This tree right here is actually ginkgo biloba, and it's very distinctive because it's one of the only trees with this kind of fan-shaped leaf. It's actually the best known example of a living fossil. It was thought for hundreds of years that these were actually extinct in the wild, but they were preserved by Chinese monks for over 1,000 years. And among the properties of ginkgo is its ability to enhance memory, and that is what I need it for. And I just realized I'm running late. And you can just see I've disturbed these students during their test, and they're highly irritated right now. So the best thing I can do is sit down real quietly and try not to attract too much attention. Sorry. I need a test! Thanks. And I've just realized I don't have anything to write with. But luckily, in situations like this, there is one easy way to get a writing utensil. Can I borrow a pencil? Thanks. Can I have this stick?
Finally, the test is over, and I need to get some much-needed rest. First, I need to build a shelter. The last thing I want is to be exposed to the elements.
You lose 75% of your body heat through the ground, and that's why I'm making a bedding out of these leaves. If you're ever in a situation like this, use whatever you can. And that's enough for now.
I hope this shelter protects me from the bitter Berkeley night, because tomorrow I'm going to need all the energy I have to get out of here.
It's kind of hard to sleep at the moment, mainly because it's just freezing cold. And if you look, most of the bedding I've set down is practically blown away. And I'm just desperately trying to keep my fingers and toes moving. But it has given me time to sit here and listen, and I can hear the leaves rustling and the sound of distant cars and the homeless just drumming. And it really gives me a chance to go, wow, this is special. And it's really a privilege for me to be here, somewhere so wild but so unique. And that is what keeps my spirits going.